Hello North Country and welcome to Fountain Brothers American Legion Post 1619 Field in West Plattsburgh for Game 3 of the B Division 2000 Adirondack Slow Pitch League Championship Series between Papa Electric and the Prowlers. I'm Foxy Gagnon along with Eric Gagnon on camera, Kelly Miller on stats. In this best of 5 series, the Prowlers took Game 1 by a score of 7-6. Papa Electric took Game 2 by a score of 7-6. Two evenly matched teams, and they come to play. This should be an exciting Game 3 as both teams look to get the upper hand. The home team out in the field, the Prowlers. We thank the Prowlers team for their support of the Adirondack Slow Pitch League and North Country Cable Network, especially Gary Chug Hemingway, the head honcho of the Prowlers. Chris Premore, an outstanding player. What an athlete he was in high school, this Chris Premore. What an outstanding athlete. He's been a PAL football coach. He's an all-around great guy. One of the nicest people you want to meet and a hard worker. Premore pops it up and they give chase, and Premore will get another chance. He's off to a 1-for-6 start in this series, and he promises to break out of that mini slump tonight. Bob McCory is the public address announcer. Of course, he's the president of the Adirondack Slow Pitch League. The Papa Electric team led in hitting. They have 3 players with 4 hits, and that would be John Wood Jr., Kyle Berto, and Ron Barkley. Premore, Fountain at first base, a hard shot and a base hit for Premore. That was too hot to handle.
John Wood Jr.
So Premore starts the game with a base hit. That was a tough chance for Fountain at first base. And John Wood Jr., the next batter. Kyle Berto leads the Papa Electric team in RBIs with 3. Berto has 2 home runs, as does Brandy McDonald. They've had the knack for hitting back-to-back home runs for the Electric team. John Wood Jr. batting in the number 2 spot with Premore at first base. Wood steps up and past the shortstop, took a tough hop. They throw behind Premore. He gets in safely, making it look casual.
Now batting the shortstop, Kyle Berto.
The pitcher is John Van Valkenburg for the Prowlers.
Come on, Berg, base it, Berg.
Oh, you want the defense.
Corey Daniels plays a left field. Josh Dapo in center. Gary Hemingway in right, and Jason Kaplan, the roving outfielder, in the 10 spot. Kyle Berto, Mark Perry with the glove, and Premore just got back in at second base. Mark Perry with a good show of leather at second base for the Prowlers. Premore at second, and Wood at first, 1 out, and Brandy McDonald bats. McDonald 3 for 6 in the series, 2 RBIs, both on solo home runs. The pitcher we mentioned is John Van Valkenburg. Going for the double play, and they get it. Great double play. Tom Perry at shortstop starts the double play, finished by the throw to Fountain, and Papa Electric comes up empty in the first inning. We go to the bottom of the first. The score on the Prowlers scoreboard is Papa Electric 0, and the Prowlers can't wait to bat. Corey Daniels leads off for Prowlers against Doug Goose Stevens. Talk about veteran pitchers in the North Country. You have to mention right at the top of the list, Doug Stevens. And I'll tell you what, Doug's going to be pitching when he celebrates his 75th birthday. It'll probably be a party right out here on this pitcher's mound. Daniels to Kyle Berto at shortstop, over to John Hines at first base, 1 out.
John Van Valkenburg.
Van Valkenburg now bats, and he is 3 for 7 in the series. The leading hitter for the Prowlers has been Tom Perry. He's at a 5 for 7 clip, and also John Recor has 4 RBIs. They do have 1 home run. It was by Tom Bond, the third baseman for the Prowlers. Rick Perry is the catcher for the Papa Electric team. 55 degrees at game time.
Get here, get here!
Backhanded and thrown away. Backhanded at second base by Ron Barkley. And that ball thrown almost into the Prowlers dugout. So Van Valkenburg on first with 1 out. And now Tom Perry, 5 for 7, 1 RBI. Each team with a 7-6 win. That's why we're here for game 3, and we will go on to game 4. This is a best 3 of 5. Pass John Wood at third base. And Van Valkenburg hustles into third, the throw off line. Runners on second and third, and 1 out.
John Recor. Come on, Recor.
The outfielders for Papa Electric: Brandy McDonald in left, Chris Premore in center, Derek Haley rows the outfield, and in right field, it's Mike Cody.
Hey, watch line drives, guys. Make sure line drives go through.
Tony Ciccone with a question for the umpire, perhaps. Home plate umpire is Pete Ensel. Pete Ensel, home plate umpire, and Mike Brannon is on the bases.
Here we go, Recor.
Recor steps in. John Recor Jr., 4 for 7 for ribbies. Timeout called. We have some light shining into the eyes of the fielders. Turn your lights off, please. And they're not listening.
Still not listening.
And we'll get those lights turned off, and they are.
Let's go, Recor. Base hit. Out of the infield here. Let's go.
2 evenly matched teams, and these guys, I'll tell you, they're full of players that will go through the wall, go through the fences, go through the dugout to get us off ball. So watch for anything tonight. Recor Premore there on a good, solid hit from Recor. Recor gets a sacrifice fly to put the Prowlers up 1-0. That is Recor's 5th RBI in the series.
We leave nobody stranded tonight. Let's go, Tom. Come on, Tom.
5 out of the 14 Prowler runs driven in by Recor. That's a high percentage. Now Tom Bond. Hard smash, curving, fair. Just stayed fair. He heads into second base. Save. Tom Bond. And his mom and dad are happy about that, let me tell you. And Tom, I don't know if you can get a good look at it, but his left eye is another color. They haven't named a color yet that is that color. I'll tell you, there's no name for that color. And he was hit with a pitch in game 2, or with a throw. Mark Perry with the hit, the throw home, and Bond is safe at home. Perry ends up on third base. Kelly Miller on stats, kept busy in the bottom of the first inning.
The fielder, Josh Staple.
No time with 2, we hit her out, let's go!
Prowlers with 3 runs in, and we have 2 outs.
Nobody better up there but you, let's go!
Now batting is Josh Dapo. Dapo 4 for 7 in this series with 2 runs batted in. Mark Perry at third. Oh, he popped up. He got under that one, and Kyle Berto on the run and around the mound makes the catch. After 1, the score on the Prowlers scoreboard is the Prowlers 3 and Papa Electric 0. Mike Cody bats for Papa Electric, and a third baseman, Bond. Bond to Fountain, 1 quick out. Temperature has already dipped to 52 degrees, and there's high humidity, and that creates a lot of moisture around, makes things even cooler. That's the explanation for it. Our AccuStat thermometer getting kind of damp on the inside of it. I hope it doesn't affect its accuracy. John Hines, the batter. Hines is 1 for 6. That 1 home run, or that 1 hit, a home run, a solo shot. So Hines bats, and Bond again. Bond to Fountain. Tom Bond playing with 1 eye and doing the job.
Barkley.
He's a regular Hoover over there.
My goodness, yes, they're calling him a Hoover.
What did he do?
Play with the ball yesterday.
Oh, I missed last night.
Yes, in game 2, a throw came into third base, made a hard bounce, and it found Bond's eye. And I'll tell you, his eye puckered up. It was like a golf ball, and right under his eye, and it's 3 shades of blue. Now batting for Papa Electric is Barkley. Barkley 4 for 6. He has 1 home run in this series. Papa Electric has shown more power. That's a strikeout. Papa Electric with 6 home runs and Prowlers with 1 in the series. After 1.5, the score is Papa Electric 0 and the Prowlers have 3. Chug Hemingway at the plate, and he's the head honcho of this team, and we appreciate their support. I'll tell you what. A lot of great guys on both teams, and we appreciate tonight the support of the Prowlers team. It's their scoreboard tonight, and they're off to a good start on the scoreboard. They lead 3-0. Gary Chug Hemingway, the main man, he writes out the lineup. He keeps all law and order with this Prowlers team. Hemingway 3 for 7 in the series. He has a ribby to go along with that. Wood at third base, tough play. They got him by half a step. Great play by John Wood over at third base. Sean Favreau, he's batting .500. He's 3 for 6 in the series. Eric Gagnon on camera. He's our Ronnie's Michigan's videographer. I'm Foxy Gagnon. We are North Country Cable Network. Kelly Miller joins us as the stat man in this one.
Come on, baby. Rip one here. Come on. Come on, Favreau.
Pete Ensel explaining exactly where you can stand and where you can't.
Doesn't matter, we're still ahead.
Doug Stevens pitches.
Watch out, Favreau, baby. Come on.
Prowlers with 3 runs on 2 hits in the first inning. Wood just past Wood at third base. McDonald in the outfield gets it in. Favreau with his 4th hit of the series.
Jason Kaplan.
Jason Kaplan now bats. Kaplan looking for his first hit in the series. He's 0 for 5. Rick Perry, the catcher, reminds everyone that there is 1 out.
Come on now. Good job. You didn't want that. You didn't want that. Good job, Doug. Come on, Doug.
Doug Stevens pitch to Kaplan. Oh, that'll drop in front of McDonald in left field. Kaplan gets his first hit of the series, and the Prowlers back in business in the second inning. Favreau at second, Kaplan at first, one out, and John Fountain bats. Fountain likewise 0 for 5, and he's looking for his first hit of the series.
We need a hit here.
The A Division Championship already taken care of. The Baker's Legion Post 16-19 team won that in a 3-game sweep over Nadim's. The C Division Championship has been taken care of with the Plattsburgh Moose Lodge winning that one in 3 games over Bootleggers. This B Division series remains to be settled. High fly, back as Ailey makes the catch. Runners easily advance, but Ailey with a nice play in deep center field.
Batting to left fielder, Corey Daniels.
Back to the top of the order, Corey Daniels. Daniels 2 for 7 now in the series.
Oh, no, that's fine. Pushing off the back.
All right, guys, come on.
We want to be trying to help you out. You got to go. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Good ball.
Daniels bats with the 2 runners in scoring position, but there are 2 outs.
Come on, Corey, let's go. You do.
1-1 the count.
Take the one you want. Come on, you're due, Corey. You're due.
Right at the chest. Leave it at the chest. Out of play.
Now one pulled out of play.
Corey, we gotta have you. Another chance. Relax up there. Come on, stand and relax. Let's go now.
John Van Valkenburg in the on-deck circle. Daniels steps up a little, pops it up. Another one for Derek Ailey. And that ends the inning. So the Prowlers get a couple on but do not score. We go to the top of the 3rd inning. The score on the Prowlers scoreboard is the Prowlers 3 and Papa Electric 0. Derek Ailey leads off for Papa Electric. And Ailey pokes it to left field. Corey Daniels fields it. And Derek Ailey with his 3rd hit of the series.
Catcher Rick Carey.
Papa Electric came up with 2 hits in the 1st inning. And they went 3 up and 3 down in the 2nd inning. And Rick Perry bats and he loops a single to center field. Ailey at second and Rick Perry at first.
The extra hitter, Dave Hackett.
Now Dave Hackett into the batting order as the extra hitter, and Hackett, the defensive coordinator of the Lake City Stars football team in the Empire Football League, did not play in Game 1. He played in Game 2 and went 2 for 2 with an RBI. Van Valkenburg pitches, and that one taken for ball 1. Joel Wood pinch running at first base for Rick Perry. Base hit over the outstretched arm of Tom Perry at shortstop, and the bases are loaded. Ailey at third, pinch runner Wood at second, and Hackett now a perfect 3 for 3 in the series. Sacks packed with nobody out, and Tony Ciccone bats. Ciccone 1 for 5 in the series.
Get all the way, buddy. Off the line drive.
Power to left field, but it will be in foul grounds, and Daniels gave a great chase. Hope he's all right out in left field. Daniels gave it great chase, and Ciccone will walk back to home plate and get another try. This is the B Division Championship Series. We mentioned the champions of the A and C. The most valuable player in the A Series,
Gary Manning.
Gary Manning of Baker's Legion team. Ciccone with a big single up the middle, RBI single, and Wood puts the brakes on at third base. Ciccone makes this a 3-1 game. Big RBI single for Tony Chico Ciccone. Now Chris Premor. He had a single in his first at-bat. And we mentioned the MVP of the C Division Series, Nate Durkee of Moose Lodge. A deep fly, and that will be a sacrifice fly. That one almost 300 feet by Premor. And Wood scores, so it's a 3-2 score, and Papa Electric inching back here. They now trail 3-2. The tying run at third base in the likes of Dave Hackett. John Wood Jr. at the plate. Wood's single in the first inning was his 5th hit of the series. He's 5 for 7.
Let's go, guys. Tuck it up.
Golfs that one, and Perry to Fountain. Hackett holds at third, Ciccone's at second. That's just the first out, so Papa Electric, oh, it's a second out. That's right, sacrifice fly. And now Berto bats, Kyle Berto. That one to center field, and that's the third out. Kaplan out there with the catch, and we go to the bottom of the third. The score is the Prowlers 3 and Papa Electric 2. John Van Valkenburg leads off. Bouncer. Barkley. Ooh, throws wide. He stayed on the base. Great play by Hines. Somehow Hines stayed attached to the base. I don't know if he's got some rubber cement there that he put on the bottom of his shoes or what. How did he stay on that base?
Come on, Tony, same thing right here, baby. Same thing.
So Tom Perry bats. Perry reached on an error, so he's 5 for 8 now in the series. Perry to left field, McDonald on the run. McDonald with the catch.
Come on, Rico.
You will see some outstanding play in this series. Games 1 and 2 had it. Game 3, I'll tell you, you're going to see some clutch hitting, maybe some power mixed in, and some great defensive play.
Come on, Johnny. Make it. Come on, Rico. Big gap on the left side, Rico. Big gap. Come on, Johnny. Come on, Rico.
I'm not sure if you can hear a lot of noise coming from behind us, but there's a big meeting going on not far from us.
Get down!
And Premor with the catch. I think at that meeting they're discussing the quality of the local beverages. And a nice catch in the outfield by Premor. And we go now to the top of the 4th inning. And the score on the Prowlers scoreboard is Prowlers 3 and Papa Electric 2.
4 hits then. 4 hits.
Oh, you do a running total? Is that how you do it?
Oh, okay.
2 runs and some hits. More. And McDonald's adds another to that sum total. McDonald now with
right fielder, Mike Cody.
1 for 2 tonight and 4 for 8 in the series for Brandy McDonald. Mike Cody at the plate. Cody is 1 for 7 in the series. Top of the 4th inning already. Papa Electric batting. 0-2 the count. Dan Van Valkenburg looking for the 3rd strike, and power by Cody, but Corey Daniels there. McDonald hustled to second base. The throw was offline. So McDonald in scoring position with 1 out.
Now batting the first baseman, John Hines.
John Hines at the plate. He's 0 for 1 and this game and 1 for 7 in the series. Line drive, another job for Corey Daniels. Back, and has it. And McDonald goes to third on the catch. 3-2 lead for the Prowlers. They scored 3 in the first inning. Runs scored in the first inning by the Prowlers by Van Valkenburg, Tom Perry, and Tom Bond. Papa Electric's run scored by Derek Ailey and Rick Perry. Ron Barkley at the plate. Into the night sky, and we'll look for a new softball. It's quickly put in play. A tip of our cap to Gary Chug Hemingway and the Prowlers team for their support of Adirondack Slow Pitch League and North Country Cable Network. And I'm not sure, Bob, how many years now we've worked together for this. Maybe the first year we came out for some of the games or whatever, I forget. But it's definitely 3.
3 at least.
3 for sure, where we've done the full slate, and we're so happy to work together. To right field, and oh boy, circling under it in right field for the Prowlers was Hemingway, and he comes up with the catch. Score remains as we go to the bottom of the 4th. The Prowlers 3, Papa Electric 2. Tom Bond, Mark Perry, and Josh Dapo in the Prowlers 4th. Bond 1 for 1 in the game and 3 for 7 overall.
All right. Come on, Tom. Come on, stay up there. Come on now.
Time to step into it. Let's go.
We got some cheering going on in the right field corner for the Papa Electric team. They got some cheering going on in the right field corner. We have a bird's eye view into the Papa Electric dugout. Things look pretty relaxed. They got the seeds going there in the electric dugout. Tony Ciccone working the seeds over there, not sharing that bag with anybody. Doug Stevens on the mound. How many championship series has this guy pitched in? And he's had so many close ones. In game 2, he got a double play grounder right when he needed it. Bond, line drive, McDonald in his tracks with the catch.
I'm taking that camera. I'm going to see how big that box is for Nadine. Because that's cool right there. No, it is. I'm not swearing.
Drives, base hits,
He draws a box. I want a tape measure and I want it chalked.
Now batting the second baseman, Mark Perry.
I think that's harassment.
Now, Mark Perry is 5 for 7. He had a hit in his first at-bat. It was a solid hit. 5 for 7 in the series. Strike called. 1 out as the Prowlers bat in the bottom of the 4th inning. Oh, off of Wood's glove. Berto gives it a try, but too late. And I'll tell you, you got to be on your toes at third base. It's amazing that Wood even got a glove on it. How Wood got the glove on it, I don't know. And Perry has another hit. It will be tough to pick a most valuable player in this series because so many, it's been team effort. Both wins so far, the win by each team, been a team victory. Maybe someone will emerge to make the difference as We go more into game 3 and into game 4.
You know where it is now?
Josh Dapo at the plate, popped up in his first at bat. He's 4 for 8 overall.
Get there, get there, get there!
Fair ball, it hit third base, and Dapo has his fifth hit of the series.
Now batting the right fielder, Gary.
Mark Perry at second, Dapo at first, 1 out, and Gary Hemingway at the plate. Hemingway now 3 for 8 in this championship series.
1 out, Mark!
We like those left-handed batters, and especially if they wear number 12. That's the number I wore in high school, and I batted left-handed. Outside ball 1 from Doug Stevens.
It's yours here, Doug. Let's go now.
Kyle Bertle at shortstop, kicks it around, and too late to make the play. This is a tough infield to play, but that won't excuse the error by Bertle there. And we now have Hemingway at first, and Dapo down to second, and Mark Perry over at third. Sacks packed 1 out. The 1-run lead for the Prowlers could be extended. Bases loaded, 1 out, and Sean Favreau bats. Oh, a big hit to left field. 2 runs in because Dapo has speed, and both Mark Perry and Dapo score. It's 5-2.
Thanks for picking me up.
Now batting the left center fielder, Jason Kaplan.
Sean Favreau with a big hit for the Prowlers team, and now Jay Kaplan at the plate. 2 on and 1 out. Berto catches a liner. Hemingway able to get back to second base.
Batting first baseman, John Felton.
2 on and 2 out for John Fountain. Not the same John Fountain who coaches girls varsity basketball at Plattsburgh High School. That's John Fountain. This is John Fountain. Fountain taking this one all the way. He's going to wait till he gets a strike. Taking all the way, bat on his shoulder. So Stevens gives him the strike that he was waiting for.
Come on now, Johnny. Don't worry about it.
Oh, power by Fountain. Over McDonald's head, 1 hop off the wall. 2 more runs in on a big blast from Fountain. It's 7-2.
Now batting left fielder, Corey Daniels.
Corey Daniels, the top of the order for the Prowlers. 4 runs in the inning, and Daniels right in front of Premor and past Premor. Daniels could touch them all. Daniels headed home, the throw comes in, and inside the park, home run for Daniels. And the Prowlers have 9. Prowlers 9 and Papa Electric 2. A huge inning for the Prowlers. We remain with 2 outs. 6 runs in the inning. This 6-run inning, remember they scored 6 runs in their last game. And power to right field.
Way to poke it, Johnny. Put it out of here next time.
Van Valkenburg to Premor. Premor with the catch. A big inning for the Prowlers. We head to the top of the 5th inning. The pressure on the Papa Electric bats. On the Prowlers scoreboard, it says here, Prowlers 9 and Papa Electric 2. Derek Ailey faces pitcher Van Valkenburg, and past Tom Bond at third base. Ailey has a single.
About in the catcher, Rick.
Ailey 2 for 2 in the game, now 4 for 8 in the series. Rick Perry at the plate. Perry's hit in the 3rd inning gave him a 2 for 6 mark at this point in the series. That one got under it too much, and Corey Daniels shore-handed in left field with the catch, and Ailey retreats to first base. 1 on and 1 out for Dave Hackett, who's a perfect 3 for 3 in the series. So can Van Valkenburg solve the Hackett mystery? Bob McCory next to me. He's the president of Adirondack Slow Pitch League. And Bob, I'm going to guess that you played softball yourself sometime or other in this league. Did you play a few years?
I played from 1977 to 1992. Took 3 years off, came back in 95, and haven't played since.
Hackett flies out to left field. So there are now 2 outs, and Tony Ciccone at the plate. Oh, Ciccone with power, but Daniels back 10 steps, and he has it. Papa Electric not able to score runs in their 5th. As we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, it remains Prowlers 9 and Papa Electric 2. Come on. 50 degrees as the temperature drops, and boy, that humidity is there. You can probably see it on our AccuStat thermometer. And Tom Perry, back goes McDonald. Home run, Tom Perry. His first home run of the series, and the 2nd home run in the series for the Prowlers.
Now batting the catcher, John.
10-2. Prowlers won game 1, 7-6.
Come on, Lincoln!
Papa Electric won game 2, 7-6. We will not have a 7-6 score in this one. Prowlers 10 and Papa Electric 2 in the bottom of the 5th inning. John Record Jr. at the plate. He's 0 for 2, and now 1 for 3. Record with the single to right.
Batting the third baseman.
Record now 5 for 10 overall. Tom Bond batting. Bond is 1 for 2, so he's 3 for 8 overall. Stevens pitches. Bond with power to center field. Derek Ailey has it. Record tags up and makes it to second base. Ball gets loose. Record to third base. The play. He's out. Record to third base, but he was out. And there's the double play.
Hey, Mark, come on! Hey. 2 and 2, let's go!
Let's go!
Batting the second baseman, Mark Perry.
Well, when you're put out and you're hustling, you can't, find too much fault. Hustling like that as he did, and gave it a good try. Mark Perry and Ailey under it. Haley gets the action in this inning, and the Prowlers score 1 on the Tom Perry leadoff home run. We go to the 6th. The score on the Prowlers scoreboard is the Prowlers 10, Papa Electric 2. Chris Premor, leadoff hitter for Papa Electric, and he has a leadoff hit for the 6th inning.
Now that in the third baseman, Tom.
Premor now 2 for 2 plus a sacrifice fly. What a game for him, huh? Chris Premor. Hey, he's having a ball game. What a player he is. He told me to say all that stuff earlier today. Oh, that gets loose in the outfield. John Wood touches second base. Premor's headed home. Woods got the wheels turning. The play comes in. Wood was headed back to third, but the throw over the head of the catcher, Ricor, tacked 2 runs onto the Papa Electric scoreboard here. Papa Electric now with 4, Prowlers 10. We're in the top of the 6th. And now, Prowlers by a 6-pack. So they'll regroup defensively, and Kyle Berto bats. Kyle Berto with 2 home runs in the series. He goes for the power. He yanks it up into the lights, and we'll look for a new softball. Pete Ensel digs it out of his bag. Line drive into left field. Corey Daniels will field it, and Berto's thinking double, but he heads back to first base. Now, Bob, we talked. Oh, you have to do your announcement. Go ahead and announce the player.
Bat into left fielder, Brandy McDonald.
Okay, now, Bob, we talked about your softball playing days. Prior to that, you were an athlete at Saranac Central. I know that. I don't know if you want to. We don't have to necessarily give away the years, but what sports did you play at Saranac?
Just basketball and baseball. That's all I played.
Okay.
1979 I graduated.
Now, who would have been coaching basketball? That was.
I had Morristown.
You did. Great catch in the outfield on a long drive. Now let's see which outfielder that is. That was Kaplan in the outfield. Great catch. And I just met Morristown. I knew who he was through all the years, but I worked on a project with him concerning Bob Garrow's birthday. What a gentleman Morristown is.
Fantastic coach.
That's called an out. Another great catch. Double play. Unbelievable. And we're going to have ourselves an argument. A great diving catch. Kyle Berto with some questions for Mike Brannon, the umpire. But a great diving catch. Now that was, I don't know. Kaplan with the catch? I don't know. Huh? Daniels, Corey Daniels with the catch out there. And let me tell you, that was like pulling Houdini out of a hat. And let me tell you, we had an exciting finish to that round. That inning, much to the dismay of the Papa Electric team. So that takes them out of an inning. And Papa Electric ended up scoring 2 runs in the inning. As we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, it's Prowlers 10 and Papa Electric 4. Dapo, Hemingway, and Favreau for the Prowlers in what could be their final at-bat of the game. Game 1 went to the Prowlers, Game 2 to Papa Electric. Game 3, Prowlers up 10-4. They jumped out with 3 in the first inning, and they have not trailed. Dapo loses that one in the woods.
Come on now, here we go, let's go.
Back leg still.
And we'll shag for a softball, and John Wood doing some fence climbing.
We're going to start chopping.
Dapo ready, and that one is too deep.
It was? Yeah.
Everybody digs it out.
We were 9 o'clock.
They've never
On that last play to end the inning, everyone talking about whether that was trapped or caught by Daniels in the outfield, and that was the controversy. Dapo hurries into second base and is just there. Stand-up double, but he had to scurry to get there.
Now batting the right
He's
fielder,
pretty
Eric.
fast. I don't think he's as fast as Jay Drillette, but he's pretty fast. He could outrun me, I can guarantee you. He would outrun me. I will not challenge Josh Dapo to a race. Hemingway bats. Hemingway, ooh, off Doug Stevens' leg. Dapo's going home. Dapo doesn't hesitate, and Doug Stevens took a shot off his leg. Let me tell you, timeout on the field. There is no way I would pitch in this league. Put me as far away an outfielder as you can. I'd feel a little bit safe. I'll play way out, like outfield, like deep right field. That's where I would play. There is no way I would stand on this mound. I saw Gary Levine get hit one night pitching. I don't know how Gary ended up pitching in the game. My goodness. Because these are some pretty strong hitters you're looking at. McDonald has to chase this one and comes up with it. And Hemingway retreats to first base. So what have we got here, Kelly Miller, on stats tonight? Dapo scored to make it 11 runs in. 11 runs. And Hemingway got his hit. Favreau flied to left, and now Kaplan bats. A little squibbler and dropped.
What the hell is the intentional shit?
Let's go. Stay in the game here. That's enough.
Base hit, let's go.
Gotta watch your language when the TV cameras are around. You don't want to get a bad reputation. Gotta watch your language. So Kaplan ends up on first base, and I think Berto was looking to try to get the double play that maybe Kaplan wouldn't run it out at first base. It's 11-4, and now Fountain clubs it to right field, and Cody there, and Cody with the catch. And now the pressure will be on the Papa Electric bats. We go to the top of the 7th inning, and Papa Electric is down by 7. The score on the Prowler scoreboard is the Prowlers 11 and Papa Electric 4. And maybe a little late arrival on camera. A little chit-chat going on between innings. And John Hines ends up on first base. Credit Hines with a single in the scorebook. Hines' first hit of the night. And now Barkley bats. And Papa Electric with the job of getting hit after base runner after base runner after hit. Foul ball, 2 inches foul. 3 blades of grass foul is what that one was. As Barkley hit it down the left field line. John Hines with his Hard Rock Cafe shirt on for good luck. And he strolls back to first base. Barkley ready. The cool weather has kept the famous bugs away that sometimes we run into in warmer weather here. Last year we had a bug the size of Rhode Island get camped out on this dugout, wouldn't leave. Bond with the glove at third base. Tom Bond got the leather on it. What a catch at third. They call it the hot corner. 1 on and 1 out, and Derek Ailey bats. He has a couple of hits tonight. 2 for 2 in the good book. 4 runs on 10 hits for Papa Electric. They get the lead runner on the Ailey infield grounder, so Papa Electric down to their final out.
Now batting the catcher, Rick Perry.
Rick Perry will bat.
Get all those defensive changes? Right fielders at second, first baseman's out.
Oh, they
I
did.
didn't get 'em either.
They made all kind of changes now that you mention it.
I didn't get nothing. Extra hitters in right field.
Rick Perry to left field, Daniels, and that's the ball game. Game 1 taken by Prowlers, Game 2 taken by Papa Electric, Game 3 taken by the Prowlers. And we go on to Game 4 in this best of 5 in the B Division Championship Series. Our thanks to Gary Chug Hemingway and the Prowlers team for their support of the Adirondack Slow Pitch League. The final score in Game 3, Prowlers 11 and Papa Electric 4. Thanks to Eric Gagnon for his work on camera. Thanks for Kelly Miller, who volunteered his time, stuck around in the cold weather and helped us out. I'm Foxy Gagnon. On behalf of everyone at North Country Cable Network, good night, North Country.